We're going on vacation the end of August, and I want to maximize my growing season for tomatoes, especially because of all the parthenocarpic work and stuff I'm doing. And so I'm starting them now on this January 20th, Inauguration Day for Trump. And I want to get these to good size in pots before I put them in the raised bed gardens. So hold on a second. Alexa, what temperature is it outside?
Right now, it's 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 17 degrees.
Yep, 25 degrees according to Alexa with a low of 17. It's just quite darn cold. So even my grow room, the heaters are set to come on at 50, and they'll maintain it in the 40s, which is sufficient for the figs and the peppers, which my peppers have already sprouted doing it this way here. But I want to work in the house because it's cold. Anyway, so these, I'm going to put these in the house here, and that's why I've got them in 1010s here. It's another form of wicking, where I just take the wicking rope and I put nutrient in the bottom here. It'll be very, very weak nutrient here in the bottom, and it'll wick up into the pots. It'll keep a perfect moisture in there. Don't even have to dome it. And because I'm in the house, I don't have to worry about any of those dang fungus gnats I'm seeing outside. So what I'm going to do now is I've got the varieties that I'm going to put in there in these three. And I've got my Excel spreadsheet on the computer to have already pre-planned it out. And so that's what I'm going to do today for today's video. I'm going to show you that I'm starting them early because I plan on vacationing the end of August. So you have to go backwards from your plans all the way back to take into account production and capability up until that point. And so that happens to be Inauguration Day. So I use painter's tape and I mark it with the Sharpie here, and I put that on the little container here. I'll show you that in a second. But I put it on every single container because if I have to move this somewhere, I won't get confused. So I don't put one for this whole tray is Brandy Bear L for left plant. Now I'm starting two different versions of Brandy Bear. They're siblings. One's Brandy Bear left and one's Brandy Bear right, because Brandy Bear is not 100% open pollinated yet. So I want to account for some potential differences, even though it's later in the generations. So Brandy Bear left is going to go, a painter's tape is going to go on each little container here. That way if I pull it out to up pot it or whatever I want to do with it, I'll have that particular pot labeled. It might be a little harder to see here, but you can see the BBL there on those four, and down here is the date, and that's for the whole tray the day I planted, which is today. I have a video on growing in this grow tent, which I keep in the closet here in a spare bedroom, guest bedroom here, and it's Mars Hydro. I like it a lot. And I've grown microgreens and all kinds of things in it. You can tell by the stained little bit of wood here on this shelf. But I've got lights on it on every shelf as needed. I got a little ceramic heater because it's chilly in the house, colder than it needs to be. But I've got that little heater. Comes on with a thermostat, which you see right there, and I'm going to keep it at 80, so it's not just a heat mat. The whole tent is going to be turned off and on and stay right around 80 degrees. So this tray here is done, so I'll put 2 on each one of these trays. I've only got 3 right now, but that I want to get started right now. I've got some other seed I want to capture from the hybrid I was talking about before, and then once I get that seed I'll start 2 more trays like this. But that's the temperature right now. It's 69 in here. Once I get the other trays in here, I'll turn that on, and that's the grow plan. Right here you can see the wicking ropes going down below. This is a 1.5 inch or 1 inch tray, whatever you want to call it, and the wicking ropes are in the bottom of each one of these little pots, and it goes down into the water there, so it wicks up and it doesn't sit in water. Let's see if you can see that. It doesn't sit in water, but it rather wicks up, and that's what makes the magic, the perfect moisture level. Let's take a look and see what the temperature is doing now. And yes, I staged the doors being closed before I started filming, because you know all YouTubers do that stuff. They stage it for you. So it adds a little bit more to the video when you do a little staging. Okay, so there they are. You can see it's at 80 degrees. It's not even running right now, but it should kick on here while we're talking, because the air from inside the room is in the 60s. But that's what they look like. Those are the 3. Let's see, what do I have here? I've got Brandy Bear, 2 different versions left and right. I've got Rose Cherry Bear there, and I'm growing a 6th generation Donovan, which is one of the parents to Brandy Bear. So at one point, Brandy Bear was called Dorothy. I was going to give it my mom's name, but anyway, it's not. Who wants to buy a tomato called Dorothy? And that's when I was considering selling them. But right now I'm developing them, and I'm going to try to bring the genetics forward more than selling just a variety or 2. So I'm taking my peppers and tomatoes out, my early starts, and this is what they look like now. And I'm going to show you in just a minute what I'm going to up pot them, because I still got a ways before we leave. But anyway, this is what they look like, and I took them out of the grow tent because I've got I need them for figs. Plus it's cooler in here at night. What that's going to do is it's going to slow the growth a little bit, but still allow the roots to continue to develop. So let's see, what is that, 16 in each one times 4. So I've got that many plants, and I've got a plan to up pot them a little bit to give them a little more growth before we put them in the ground. Look at those tomatoes, gorgeous. Those were started, I think, a couple weeks or so before the tomatoes, and because they take a little longer. So let me go show you how I'm going to up pot them, or what I'm going to up pot them in. And these tree pots are what I'm going to transfer them into, so they can grow quite a bit larger, and I can plant them deeper, and that way when I come back I can put them directly in pots and there'll be a lot more root established shortly after my last frost. So that's the plan for uppotting. We leave, let's see, it's the end of March when we leave, so that's about, I don't know, 6 weeks away. So I'm gonna let them grow in those other pots for another 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'm gonna pot them into these, and each one of these will hold 25 plants, so 2 should be enough.